Floyd, you made 230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on, I ain't see I, R, or S in that ring taking no blows, and I'm supposed to send them. Yep, you're supposed to send with me, Skip. Floyd Mayweather has gone through this. Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yeah.
Are y'all
broke? Yeah.
Y'all
broke? Yeah. He's broke.
Shannon Sharpe has consistently been one of the most outspoken critics of Floyd Mayweather's financial habits and the contradictions in his public persona. Mayweather's entire brand, Money Mayweather, is built around flaunting wealth, regularly showcasing stacks of cash, luxury cars, expensive watches, private jets, and lavish homes. However, Shannon has recently challenged him by questioning the reality behind the flash. He posed direct questions. If Mayweather is truly wealthy, why does he feel the need to constantly show it off? And why does he reportedly lie about purchases he allegedly can't afford?
What do you make of it?
No, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Skip, the man has made over $500 million.
$500 million?
In his last 3 fights. You're 50-0. You said you want to retire at 50-0. You said this was the last. Skip, I watched him be talking to Stephen A. Says, I'm done. I ain't coming back for no amount of money. I'm done. Come on, man. Come on, Floyd. This should be beneath you.
If Floyd Mayweather truly has the kind of money he claims, there would be no need for constant flexing. True wealth doesn't require validation. It's quiet, steady, and secure. However, Shannon Sharpe has pointed out that Floyd's flashy displays often don't align with reality. Mayweather's wealth may be more about maintaining an image than reflecting actual financial stability. One of Shannon's main criticisms is the ongoing contradictions. Floyd portrays himself as financially untouchable, frequently tossing out $100 million figures and flaunting his cash, yet reports suggest otherwise. There are documented claims that he owes millions in taxes to the IRS, is in debt, and was even recently detained in another country over betting-related issues. These aren't just rumors, but real concerns being talked about.
So the money's really gone. What do you think?
Get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
It's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like,
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Floyd reportedly owes back taxes and has even publicly requested extensions to delay his payments, which raises serious questions for someone who claims to have an endless supply of money. It's not just about being in debt. Many wealthy individuals carry debt at some point, but rather the hypocrisy. If you're posting pictures of yourself sitting on piles of cash and constantly bragging about your net worth, then why is the IRS at your door? That's exactly where Shannon Sharpe steps in, calling out the falsehoods. If Floyd is truly as wealthy as he claims, paying taxes on time shouldn't be a problem. It points to a lack of responsibility and stands as one of the most glaring contradictions in his financial narrative.
First, you truly were finally lawsuit against you in Miami. And then you're saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro. I always said it's hard to make money, but it's even harder to keep it. Floyd.
But it's not just the tax issues that prompt Shannon Sharpe to speak out. Floyd Mayweather has built his name around his wealth, claiming to have made hundreds of millions over the years. Yet Shannon sees a sense of desperation behind many of his actions. Floyd's exhibition fights, for example, have become a major point of criticism. These bouts are often against lesser opponents or even social media personalities, where the main objective appears to be making money rather than preserving a boxing legacy. It's no longer about proving anything in the ring. It's about chasing the next payday. To Shannon, that's a major red flag. If Floyd is truly financially secure, why does he continue to fight, especially against opponents who offer little to no real
As you often say, you're just a guy with a job. You're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
Guess what? And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point.
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to, because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay.
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
Floyd has been in the game long enough to know when to walk away. But he keeps fighting because he needs the money, needs to maintain the image, and feels the need to prove he's still on top. It's no longer about the sport. It's about the attention. Shannon Sharpe has repeatedly called this out, pointing out that Floyd's actions contradict the principles of true wealth building. Real wealth doesn't seek constant validation, nor does it need to be displayed 24/7 or depend on public recognition. Instead of using his platform to demonstrate how to build lasting financial security, Floyd continues to chase fleeting moments and short-term gains. He's more focused on projecting the image of a man who has it all, even though it's unclear how long that illusion can last.
Money, all day. You know, right here, the light here. What do you think? Comes up with the lady over there. What would you make the job? Kick into my life. So, Andrew Jackson, of course.
Floyd's actions don't just annoy Shannon Sharpe, they also frustrate others in the boxing world, especially those who've seen big money come and go and truly understand what it means to secure long-term financial stability. Promoter Eddie Hearn has also questioned Floyd's financial situation, stating that the numbers don't quite add up and suggesting that Floyd might not be as wealthy as he claims. Hearn, who knows the business side of boxing intimately, brings a level of credibility that makes his doubts hit differently. He's not alone either. Joe Rogan, another prominent voice, has also criticized Mayweather's financial habits. Rogan pointed out that Floyd's ongoing exhibition matches for large paydays don't reflect the behavior of someone who's financially secure. While Floyd talks big about his wealth, these low-stakes fights done purely for money suggest otherwise. If he truly had the kind of money he claims, why keep fighting, and why take the risk?
Boxing.
Money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He's got so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Well, I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But if the drug of getting Floyd's
Mike Tyson, who also shared his thoughts on Floyd Mayweather's approach to wealth. Tyson, having experienced both the peaks and pitfalls of financial success, suggested that Floyd should focus on enjoying his life, rather than constantly proving how much money he's made. However, for Shannon Sharpe, Tyson's take doesn't fully hold up, because it's not just about enjoying wealth, it's about managing it wisely. While Tyson might see Floyd's behavior as part of the show, Shannon sees a man too fixated on maintaining appearances instead of securing a stable financial future. For Tyson, the only real issue seems to be Floyd calling himself the greatest. But for Shannon, the concern runs deeper.
He was 84-0, right?
89, 90 and 0.
89-0. So
Don't tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50 and 0, nigga. You're great, no doubt about it, nigga. 50 and 0.
No.
Chavin's at 90.
Yeah.
He's fighting like what, 8 times a year.
Yeah, it's more
And get
to it than
whoever for them. Get
No,
whoever's in the ranking.
Well, I think it's all
He's
subjective.
picking whoever you are. Come on.
I think there are more metrics and more measurements.
Floyd may be out here living large, but Shannon's point is that it's all smoke and mirrors. He's not living like someone who's truly set for life. What really triggered some of the latest backlash was Floyd's recent claim about purchasing luxury apartments in Manhattan. He took to social media, proudly stating that he had just bought multiple apartments in one of the most expensive markets in the world, and that the properties were now under his name. However, this claim was later proven false. Floyd didn't actually own the apartments, and it appeared to be just another attempt to uphold his image as a real estate mogul, even though the facts didn't support it.
You know, point like this, because and you're sitting right now. That's what we do.
This only fueled the growing criticism that Floyd is more focused on pretending to be rich than actually making smart financial decisions. For Shannon Sharpe, this kind of stunt perfectly illustrates the point he's been making all along. It's not about real wealth, it's about the performance. Floyd is selling an illusion, one where he's always on top and always in control, but the reality doesn't align with the story he's trying to sell to the world.
He's lying and fraud, and when you look into his paperwork, everybody say the paperwork's still into the person's name who owned it. So he's going around fraud and taking false pictures.
The problem is that Floyd's public image relies heavily on a carefully crafted narrative. He wants to be seen as an untouchable figure, someone who's made it and is always in the winner's circle. But the more that comes to light about his financial struggles, questionable claims, and constant need for validation, the more it appears that his wealth is built on a house of cards. As the facade begins to crack, it becomes increasingly difficult to ignore. Floyd may want to be viewed as the ultimate success story, but the cracks in that image are starting to show.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy? People are always in my fucking business worried about what I'm doing. What Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got.
Shannon Sharpe doesn't speak out of jealousy or a desire to tear someone down. He calls it like he sees it. He views Floyd Mayweather as a man who's wasted an opportunity. Floyd could have been the perfect example of how to turn boxing success into lasting financial freedom, using his platform to show others how to build wealth, invest wisely, and create something enduring. Instead, he's caught in a cycle of flashy moments and short-term gains. Floyd had the potential to build a legacy beyond boxing, but instead, he's built a brand around wealth that's looking more and more hollow with each passing day. For Shannon, that's the real tragedy. Not that Floyd isn't rich, but that he could have done so much more with his success than just flaunting it for the cameras.
He's now still fighting these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that. You know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
so many chains, bro. Chains? That's a depreciating asset. Get yourself something.
Criticism of Floyd Mayweather's financial situation has been mounting recently, coming from unexpected sources, including Stephen A. Smith, a longtime admirer of Mayweather. On his ESPN show, Stephen A. didn't hold back, delivering a statement that shook the very foundation of the Mayweather myth. "I'm deeply disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters," he said, referring to Floyd as his brother. This wasn't just a hot take for the sake of headlines. It came from a place of genuine concern and sobering disappointment. Is his daily and monthly overhead so high that the money is just gone? Stephen A. asked rhetorically before delivering the dagger. Trust me, it's gone now. If you call him, he'll be hosting at your local nightclub because he needs that action right now. It was a stunning moment. Stephen A. wasn't speaking out of hate or criticism, but as someone who's watched Floyd rise to the top, only to now wonder if he's falling without even realizing it. That's not hate. That's heartbreak.